Shorty.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. This video, we're gonna be speaking on one of XXXTentacion's killers being released from Florida State
One of them, though.
Quick pause, because this might actually help you.
Whoa. Watch out, fool. Chill out, fool. That's crazy though. One of the killers done. The one snitched the most. The one that got that mean picture and shit with the goddamn, you know what I'm saying? He pointing at his ass and shit. Bro, this nigga got released, gang. You know what I'm saying? Niggas gonna be on his ass, gang. I ain't gonna lie. The real motherfuckers that, you feel me? I was bumping for them shit. X shit was like that for I ain't gonna lie. Especially in middle school, gang. Niggas put me on with that.
Gunned down at only 20 years old in a robbery turned homicide, his autopsy report would detail his painful death. He was shot in the shoulder, the bullet piercing muscle, vessels, and his lung before settling in his chest. Another shot through his upper back at the base of his neck traveled down into his chest, and the fatal shot fired into the side of his neck, breaking a bone in his spine, breaking a rib, and destroying every muscle in between. He bled out eternally. The video of his murder, as well as him laying lifeless in his BMW, would be seen millions of times through social media. A family was shattered, his fans were devastated, and a son was left never being able to know his father. The killers bragged, posting pictures and videos with the $50,000 they'd taken from him. They'd be arrested fast, sentenced one by one, and a Florida judge would deliver one of the coldest speeches, followed by a life sentence for the actual trigger man.
All right. You turned a robbery into a murder. And on that day, when you stood there and fired that weapon, you didn't just end one life.
This nigga right here is goofy.
You effectively
all four of y'all niggas on this case, bro. I ain't gonna lie, y'all niggas goofy as fuck, gang. Fuck that shit. I don't give a fuck.
Like I just said, you need to understand that when we say a life in Florida State Prison, that means life. It is necessarily without parole. Florida abolished parole. You know, as the song says, you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. You will spend the rest of your life in prison. From here, you will go and be placed in a cell that has a stainless steel slab that's attached to the wall. That's your bed. And next to it is a stainless steel sink and a stainless steel toilet. That's the furniture that you have in that cell. You'll spend every hour and every day and every week and every year of your life in that cell. And one day,
on the belt,
they'll come and open up that cell in the morning and you'll have passed on. And only on that day will you have served your sentence.
What?
Parents of children who play Roblox. If your child was sexually exploited, abused...
Well, one of his killers has just been released from Florida State Prison.
After
and
how
it
long?
wasn't in a body bag. It was on probation. Robert Allen was one of four responsible for the killing. He can be seen on surveillance video spotting the rapper inside of the motorsports store he was shopping at, alongside his co-defendant Daedric Williams. Daedric would help plan the robbery, acting as the driver who blocked in X's car, preventing him from leaving the parking lot. Trayvon Newsom was one of the gunmen who approached X's vehicle, and Michael Boatwright was the shooter who killed X as Trayvon grabbed a bag of money as he was dying. While Robert Allen wasn't one of the two gunmen who confronted X, Florida law treats everyone involved in a violent felony as responsible, especially if someone is killed. Robert would be sentenced first, after pleading guilty to second-degree murder and robbery with a gun. Part of his plea deal was to cooperate and testify against his 3 co-defendants, which he did.
Point them out and identify them in the courtroom as to who you're referring to that made some comments to you.
Second row. Yeah, do some.
That nigga looking like blue. That nigga look blue. He looking like fool. The other nigga just looking like distraught. The other nigga looking like. Yeah, what it is though.
Who's that in 205?
Fuck nigga.
Michael Bullard.
Who's in stage 8? 5-5?
Michael Bullard and me.
It was sentencing day for Robert Allen, the 4th suspect in the robbery and murder of rapper XXXTENTACION, who confessed to his role and implicated the other 3 who were convicted.
Please forgive me, I'm so sorry.
Robert Allen, the 4th man involved in rapper XXXTentacion's murder and robbery.
State prison, because that was their destiny.
Last summer, Allen pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and testified for the
That nigga was so slow.
state. Judge Michael Hewson saying he's thought long and hard about Allen's sentence.
I do believe you are not the same person who I arraigned 5 years ago. I genuinely believe that you are sorry for what you have done and not merely sorry for yourself.
In exchange, he was sentenced to 7 years in prison with roughly 5 years credit for time in jail. So in all actuality, he'd only have to serve 2 years in prison. Because of the high-profile nature of this case, his locations would be filed in secrecy, meaning unlike every other inmate in Florida prisons, you could not find out what prison he was being held in. You couldn't find out his official entry date, and you can't actually know his official release. Robert Allen was now being protected.
That nigga got the combo deal, niggas, for the snitching and shit, gang. I ain't gonna lie, he said he need everything.
By the state of Florida as a high-value witness. But it wasn't just 7 years he was sentenced to. It was a split sentence. 7 years in, with 20 to be served on probation, totaling out to 27 years under state control. Filings within the Broward County courts would show Robert was also granted permission for interstate travel, as he was now working towards getting his CDL and driving trucks across the country. As for the other convicted killers, all 3 took the case to trial, and all 3 were sentenced to die within Florida State Prison by means of a life sentence. They flaunted what was stolen, and the trigger man would even go as far as dissing X and his son from inside of prison.
See, I told you, like, that nigga right there, nigga, he put, bro, he did all the work in that shit. Like, he don't give a fuck, fool. That nigga don't give a fuck, man.
And contacting the facility and getting him placed in confinement. It's likely all 3 of these men will die inside of cages and concrete walls, while Robert Allen will remain protected by the state for the next 20 years as he moves on with his life. Now, there's a lot of ways to feel about this. This is a clear-cut situation of somebody cooperating, someone essentially snitching, and it works out for them. He got minimal time. The majority of his time was spent in the county jail. Minimal prison time. He's on 20 years of probation. I highly doubt that this kid's gonna violate in any way. And he's free. Becoming a truck driver, he's gonna be driving all over the US. With that type of job, he's not gonna be on social media. He's not gonna be seen. He's not gonna run into X fans. People are gonna feel a lot of ways that he shouldn't have the freedom he has.
I ain't gonna lie though, I hope the nigga get catch though. Yeah, catch his ass, fuck. I ain't gonna lie. Long live X, man. I ain't gonna lie, fuck.